Welcome to G-Man-P, the great TV, back at it again. If you tuned in, hit that like, share, and subscribe. If not, we ain't doing no tripping. Now, I got a little story. Yesterday, Monday, I was reading the Bible, and I got some new wisdom and insight. So I was very joyful that get the knowledge that I might have missed in the good book. And Tuesday, I just woke up yesterday I just ain't feel like something was wrong with me. I'm thinking like, how's something wrong with me? And I was just joyful the day before. I had a good day, everything. So I got up like I do every day, read my Bible every day. Got up, read my Bible, and then just something inside of me like, why do I feel like this? Like depression, but I'm not depressed. Like at a mental state, I'm not depressed, but inside it's like, why am I feeling depressed when I was just joyful yesterday? So I go on, the day go on. I'm just wasn't feeling it. So I go take me a nap. You know what I'm saying? I wake back up and I'm still feeling it. Like it just wasn't right. I'm like, something wrong with me. What's wrong with me? So I go back up and start reading the Bible and reading. And I still got this feeling. So I end up calling my best friend. She's a female, a strong, beautiful black woman. She was my wife, but we're no longer married anymore. But she was my best friend before we got married. But she's my best friend. I ended up calling her but I wasn't calling her about how I was feeling. I was calling her, telling her about some new wisdom I found inside the good book. So we was talking about it. She was telling me little things, the little knowledge she know, because I brought it to her attention. And we was talking, and then towards the end, she's like, you can't forget. I want you to go read up on PPD. But before I go into what PPD is and about where this is going from this story is that when God tells you something, listen. Sometimes when you don't listen, God will talk through humans. And when he does that, take heed. I didn't take heed because my best friend would tell me 4 or 5 times, you need to go read up on PPD. Oh, I am. And then forget about it. Like in denial, okay? Now, let's get into why I'm going to talk about PPD. All right. PPD. Well, let's get into this. I've already did a video of mental health issue, but this is what it's coming to. I thought when I did the video, oh, I'm feeling good. No, you got to dig deeper. And I'm going to tell you why. Hold on. All right. Now, I was saying about mental health issues, and I have one. And I knew I had it, but I didn't know what type. I just like, all right, maybe it's just a feeling inside, and, that's just how I'm feeling. Nah, I got an actual mental health disorder. And the disorder I have is PPD. And the people with PPD are more likely to live in low-income households, be Black, Native American, or Hispanic, be a widow, divorced, separated, or never married. Now this PPD, I'm going to tell you what it is. Paranoia personality disorder. And I've been going through, I never understood when I was a teenager. I would feel this a certain sort of way. I knew something was wrong with me, but I couldn't put my hands on it. And then a lot of friends that I had along the way in my journey, they would always tell me, bro, you paranoid. And I look at them like, no, I'm not. In denial. So when I got with my best friend, was my wife, but we best friends now. We're not longer any married. But she told me, Jay, you kind of paranoid. And I look at her like, you're not the first one. Why does people keep saying that? You're not the first one that told me that. So, moral of the story, it's like, I didn't want to believe it. But then when I want to do the self-work, I know it's just something still wrong with me. So I'm like, I didn't have nothing to do last night. I couldn't sleep. So I got on the computer like, let me go ahead, you know what I'm saying, see what this is about, you know what I mean? Because it's just going to help me out. I'm telling y'all my story because y'all might have the same disorder I do and don't even know it. Why you got anxiety and depression. All right, I'm going to tell you what PPD is. Paranoid personality disorder is a mental health condition marked by a pattern of distrust and suspicion of others without adequate reason to be suspicious. People with PPD are always on guard, believing that others are constantly trying to demean, harm, or threaten them. I read that first paragraph like, man, that sounds just like me. So I went a little bit deeper. And it's, what are some signs and symptoms of paranoia personality disorder? And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Now I'm about to read them off, but all 11 of these, it's like, man, this is me to the T. This whole time, I'm being in denial, telling people, and I'm sorry for any of the friends that know me, you know what I mean, that we might not hang out, but all the people, even my brother, bro, you paranoid. I'm sorry. I guess I was paranoid. I was being in denial. Okay. So, people with PPD may doubt the commitment, loyalty, or trustworthiness of others, believing others are exploiting or deceiving them, be reluctant to confide in others or reveal personal information because they're afraid of the information will be used against them, being unforgiving and holding grudges, being hypersensitive and take criticism poorly, read hidden meanings in the innocent remarks of casual looks of others, perceive attack on their character that aren't apparent to others, have persistent suspicious without justified reason that their spouse or romantic partner are being unfaithful, being cold and distant in their relationship with others and might become controlling and jealous to avoid being betrayed, not seeing their role in problems or conflicts, believing they're always right, having difficulty relaxing, being honest, stubborn, and argumentative. Now, some of these traits I had when I was a teenager, but some of them dropped off. I don't have all these, but why I said I had, because at one point in time in my life, I had all these. And not knowing the people, places, and things that I used to be around, and the things how people would prey upon you and try to hurt you, and the only thing that did was make it probably worse for me, and it probably gave me PTSD. So now after I found this out last night, it's like whatever I was feeling was lifted. This is what God wanted me to know the whole time. I was being in denial that I was a paranoid person. Everybody, when my best friend told me, I was like, you're not the first person that said that. Everybody been saying that all my life. Now, if more than 1 or 2 or 3 people saying that about you, you better look into it. You know what I'm saying? Because by ignoring a mental health issue, you can die. You can end up killing somebody or hurting somebody. So now that I know I have this, every day in my life, I got to, make sure that I stay up on this thing. It's a part of my life now. It's always been a part of my life. And another thing I want to tell you is it's more likely, I think it's 4.5% more likely for males to have it, because it's when your mom, it's crossed like female, like if your mom had a girl, it's not really likely, but females can have it too, but it's way more likely in boys because of the cross your mom didn't have. Now, if it was a girl, it would be unlikely, but if your mom had, when your mom had you and you're a boy, you're more likely to have it. And like I said, this is for blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. This PPD, you know what I'm saying? Now that I feel much better, because I knew, I'm like, something ain't right. And then I'm getting mad at God, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't even God. God been trying to tell me. I just wasn't listening. But that's really what I wanted to come on here and talk. I don't really like talking about the same type of videos already talked about. But for people out there, if you having anxiety or depression, you might want to look into, you know what I'm saying, about what mental health, because there's all different type of mental health disorders. You just got to figure out whatever your mom had. See, whatever she had, it transformed. I don't have the same thing she has, but when I was a baby, it transformed into PPD as I grew up. So, fellas, black men, Native Americans, and Spanish, or I don't want to get it wrong, Hispanics. This is who really has the PPD. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm going to probably take it a step further and try to go see a doctor, you know what I mean? Get me a medical marijuana, because marijuana helps me. Like, if I have anxiety, it'll calm me down. Like, it'll bring whatever I have inside feeling, it'll level it out. Or if I was even feeling depressed, like, I smoke a little bit of weed, it's going to mellow it straight out, like it wasn't even there. So that's just a little bit. It's just crazy how God works, how when you don't listen, he will speak through humans to tell you. You know what I'm saying? So stay focused, and everybody out there, if you have a mental health issue, it's serious. You know what I'm saying? It can be life or death. So make sure if you got it, a mental health issue, check it out. It's serious. I was in denial for a long time about it. And the crazy thing is the devil people knew that I was, so they're like, oh, you don't care? So we'll use it against you then. You know what I mean? People used to tell me, but I was you want to be in denial? We're going to use it against you. Now the devil, now that I know about this PPD, I'm staying on top of this thing. The devil ain't going to be able to hit me no type of way. You know what I'm saying? So I hope this little short video helps some of you guys. And I appreciate the people that subscribe to me. I appreciate the people that's tuned in. Hit that like, share, subscribe. If not, we ain't doing no tripping. Peace.